And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Walker. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the gun, Walker. Open here, Adam Thielen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Packers 0. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers now to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
42-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This is taken at about the 14. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Skirts by him at the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The give to Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
54, 50, hey, you want over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And they'll they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They go back to the ground with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Walker. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo. Some call it monster. Some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
26.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Walker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Walker. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyler Irvin back deep. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Back at the 19-yard line.
Second and 16. On play action, it's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. He decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st.
The tackle made.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers get a score closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Walker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game. and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Williams. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got some space here. The 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Damian Williams. 61 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
The 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Jones, the ball carrier.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Complete to Aaron.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. Complete to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Box it. 54, Mike. Check, watch 54. Check pass. Mike's box.
Now it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 26-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They run it again with Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Walker. Now they go screen. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Again, it's Williams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. It's Williams. Dances by him. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Gain on the play. And the Vikings first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gets past one man. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 83 yards. And the Packers are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Vikings 35, Packers 30.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that one will be accepted. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards. So now they need 7 yards on third down. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.